Good morning and happy Monday. I have some things I'm going to show you. I know I'm in ghost mode. You're probably like, where is this guy? We used to hear from him all the time. We haven't heard from him in like a week. What's going on? And I've been extremely ghost mode on what I'm just kind of calling 2.1, version 2.1 to come out. It was supposed to come out Friday, but I'm taking some extra time on certain things that I've just seen in the community and over time through support tickets and also just general ask from people I talk with who use the platform and use it at a very high level. And so I'm trying to implement all of these things, these safety parameters, and also make the platform a little bit more robust and easier to understand. So a lot more resources when it comes to help, more tooltips, more videos, etc. I'll give you a little sneak peek because I'm going to start releasing this stuff today in stages. So you'll get your new admin portal today. You'll get your new client portal today. There will also be more formalized processes around account creation and things like that. I'll show you a little bit more here. Let's go over to the screen real quick. Okay, first off, the interface has been simplified like as much as I could, making it super easy to navigate, making sure everything is grouped for the things that you need, things like rebilling, things like your agency and branding. And I've also put in some features that are similar to high level that people have been requesting, things like more robust plans, tables, and also snapshots for bots and snapshots for the accounts that are created. And so we'll just kind of walk through the simple interfaces of creating products, our transaction list. Our sub account management is a little bit more robust here. We can do more things, right? So we can manage their limits, we can manage their access, we can lock and unlock their account. We can add it to favorites. Branding is simplified a ton with a version down here of a live environment so that you can see what it'll look like when you change the branding, when you change the color. You'll be able to see what it looks like live right down there. Same with everything here. And then here's your domain here. So you can populate it. It's more robust infrastructure for making sure the domain is synced. Everything should be good on this one here. All right, and then we have our agency, which is our default setting. So when a new account is created, so we have two ways to create accounts now. So the traditional create on click, which is you have your custom menu link. If it doesn't exist and you click on it, we'll create it for you. And then we'll also have it where you can create it in here with an import from high level. And what these defaults do is whenever that new account is created and you are not rebilling with a plan, right? So you don't have a plan set out for what they can and cannot access. You just have an environment where they can just create on click and go. You can kind of set up a default environment here for those accounts, and then assistant snapshots here, right? Also, let's go down here. Settings, super simple. You can manage all of your members, your Workspace account. It's just making the whole thing just a little bit more easier to navigate and also a little bit more robust in things that you can do. All right. You can see down here, you can manage your account. You can see services that are active. And you'll also notice on just about everything in the platform here. So if I go, this is a good example. If I create a pricing plan here, everything has tooltips on exactly what it does, how it works, everything. And even if we go here to sub accounts and you see the new options for importing sub accounts or use your custom menu link, we have tutorials for everything that are just click through demos that you can see on your home page here. So here's your custom menu link, your connection to high level, and then we have tutorials here that you can watch and then open up in a new tab if you need to watch it as you do it. All that'll be here, and all those are linked throughout the entire platform to show you how to do all of this stuff. Those will go live for just about everything, and they'll be completely white labeled with a demo environment is what the logo will be for not only you as an agency, but for your clients as well. And we're going to a pay-per-use structure for voice minutes that are processed. And so how that'll work is when you create your rebilling plans here and you have your products, you're able to edit their price per minute, everything like that. And if a sub account is on a plan, so they actively have a plan, they have their card information saved, they're good to go. All right, the minutes that they accrue over the month will be multiplied by the price per minute that you set inside your plan. All right, and through at the end of the month on the first, it will process that. So however many minutes they had times the price, and then we'll bill the client for that. And that is through our marketplace, or our Stripe Marketplace or Stripe Express integration. And so the 7 cents a minute, cost to us will be automatically taken out. And in this example, you'd get the 8 cents margin per minute on the minutes that the client processed over the month. So it'll be pay-per-use billing. Now, if an account does not have a plan on them, so it's just a account with no plan, right? Those will be credited to you as an agency, which will show up similar to how you see down here for you. All right, and then at the end of the month, any of the sub accounts and all the minutes that they accrued will be credited to here and then billed on the first. Cool. And then you can even see here in the portal down here, simplified it a ton, trying to mirror even some go high level UX UI logic, just so it's a little bit more familiar to everybody. So even, we have our folders for our assistants, and then here's something everybody's excited for. Copy by ID. You can move it around in folders. You can prevent copying. So if you have an ID that's out there, you do not want somebody to copy it. It's your bread and butter. You'll be able to prevent them from copying. And then also with knowledge base and everything like that, it'll be shared by voice now, at least for like majority of the documents and everything. And then the infrastructure of being able to put in all documents, all scrapes, the sitemaps, everything will be in there as well. All right, and the same thing as rebilling infrastructure. So just a good example here. The clients will either be able to put in their own OpenAI key, in which those will be credited to their key, or at the agency level under your key, making it really, really dynamic on who's paying for what and how you can manage your clients, however you do it. If you're a traditional SMMA, where those costs are baked into your retainer, or if you're a SaaS, where you just use it, put all your stuff in, you're good to go. Those will cater to both of those models, and they'll be good to go. The sign-in process, the sign-on process, the plans and everything like that will be really customizable. So much more of a formal process than it was. It's a multi-page environment, just like on the payments page. So you'll be able to manage accounts pretty hands-off, and they'll be able to find their way around the platform. That also comes with managing their billing too. So that's where this idea of the tables comes in. So just like in Stripe, you'll create a pricing table. That's the pricing table that they'll be able to see. And they can change their plan. They could do whatever there, which you can, even bring up the cost per minute or bring it down depending on the plan that they have. So, also marketplace partners, affiliates. So marketplace, you'll be able to post your bot. It's almost just like a little, you could go like Facebook Marketplace for bots. So if you have a bot you want to sell for like $5, it's a really good one. It's already built. Everything's good to go. You can just throw that in the marketplace. Someone can go get it for $5. Easy enough, right? Copybot by ID is coming back. We'll also have, we have the traditional generate assistant, but we'll also just have blank. I know some people like to build from scratch. I know I do. And then just a little bit more here, there's on stuff like that. So it's taking a little bit longer, but I just want to make sure I could take care of all the stuff on the front end with this one. So it's like pretty much all the great things about V2, all the bad things have been fixed and or replaced by good things. And it makes the environment just a little bit more simple to navigate from a user perspective, and it also makes, from an agency perspective, an easier thing to navigate for managing your clients or having your clients manage their own deployments with things like the tooltips and the click-through demos and the documentation on everything. And then I also have some other stuff that's going to come in, but the way that this will work is we'll go ahead and we'll release the agency portal. So if you want to get in here and start to play around with if you had trouble with domain, all that stuff is in there. Or if you want us to go ahead and start to set up plans for your rebilling, you could do that here. If you need to reset your Stripe ID, this was another thing. So if a wrong country was selected or whatever, you can reset it here, or in the settings under your workspace, you can reset your seller ID there. This whole thing has pretty much been democratizing the platform so that you almost don't have to reach out to us. You pretty much have the access to do whatever you need to. Also, multi-workspace environments. All right. So the way this works is you already have a workspace, and you notice sometimes, or probably even right now, when you hover over this, it says reseller license needed, right? But some people need multiple workspace environments for different clients that they manage outside of high level, or you're more of an AI automation agency where you go high level, agencies, and you build their bots for them. We have a similar service that we're building, kind of a stand-in CTO thing. And so what we've done is we've kind of made this an open workspace type thing. So you'll be able to come in here, create workspaces for yourself or to resell. And how that works, all right? If you already have a workspace that has a paid subscription, so your workspace today, and you want to open another workspace, it'll be at a discounted rate. And why that is because if you already have a workspace and you just need one for another client, we don't want to make it so you're like double tripling up on payments, right? So you'll have a discounted rate in which you could buy, that one as long as you have one that you already own, right? And then if you need to rebill, that's where that kind of sets the need to resell, rebill, or whatever, right? That's where the price flooring comes in. A lot of people who are reselling ask, can we put in a price floor? Yes, we can. And we did with this right here. So you see I have it for myself, which is just getting a workspace for myself that shares my billing information, everything like that at the discounted rate. And then to resell is the same thing. We have the flat fee of the new workspace, right? And then anything that you want to put above that as far as a subscription, there you go. Making it super, super easy, to accommodate all use cases. Again, AI automation agencies tends to be a really, really big thing here. And so they'll be able to, get multiple workspaces and build all throughout here pretty easily, whether it's a resale play, whether it's a AI automation agency play, whatever it is, that's all in there for you. So you'll be able to create a table that the reselling environment will be able to see here, and then you'll just be able to easily navigate them there, making it super, super easy, right? Also, everything has become an archived infrastructure. So, like, a lot of people have trouble, if they delete something, they want to recover it, and right now it's near impossible to do so. And so everything has become an archived environment. So if I come here and I delete my sub account, it doesn't actually delete. It archives in 3 days. And even with that, in 3 days, it just won't show up here, but it still exists in your stuff. And it's not credited towards your account, but it still exists. And I'm able to just cancel the archiving of the account. And even if it's archived, I can unarchive it. To bring it back into my environment here, which also means if you need to transfer this sub account or anything, that can all be done here. And the same thing for workspaces. If you need to transfer a workspace, that'll be done there. You technically won't be able to delete workspaces in the same way. They'll just be archived. And so if you need to take someone out or, get rid of the workspace, it'll just be archived and unsubscribed. So makes things a little bit more dynamic. The same thing with assistants, by the way. Anything in here is, an archive type infrastructure. Where it doesn't actually delete, it just archives. So if you ever need it, you just unarchive it and you're good to go. So that's why we've been hard at work. I hope that's helpful. I hope that's exciting to see. It's a lot of stuff that a lot of people have been asking for. It's just some observations that I've made over the time of V2 coming out, and just observations and, this whole journey of, building and deploying AI for agencies anyways, of just things. How do I make your life easier? This seems to be a good way. And then also, how do I help you as much as possible at scale? Because as we build out support resources, as this thing continues to grow, it's harder for me specifically to get in there and help everybody out as much as I can. And so the things like, click through demos and everything is a great way for me to try to, be with everybody at scale, along with videos like this, right? And tooltips and everything like that. So I hope that's helpful. I hope that's exciting. I know I'm excited to get it out because this should have a lot of changes over, again, this should just hopefully mitigate all support tickets, right? I know I'm excited so that I could focus on resources, so I could focus on making videos, right? So that we could do fun stuff, so that we can have more calls and we could worry about that stuff rather than having to, fix or stuff like this. This is the idea of scale. Also, along with this, some things you won't see on the back end. We got a lot of traffic. It is an insane amount of traffic. Some days it's an incredible amount, right? A lot of it, after doing some look into it, is absolutely useless. So we're getting an internal filtering system, which should bring, we should never rate limit again. And then also things like requests will be processed a lot faster through a new environment, and then calls will have contextual awareness of the conversation. So we'll start to summarize those in the inbox. We'll start to throw the conversations inside the inbox as well, so that they'll be shared there. And then we also have the call center here, which is kind of like what's in there now, but you'll be able to, at more scale, look at calls, analyze calls, and then even on like the pay-per-use billing. When the payment is processed, it'll be saved as an invoice with all the attached calls that they made. I know that's even my problem when I go out and I play with other voice platforms, is like I get this bill and I don't know really what it's for. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And so when they have an invoice that's processed, all of their attached calls will be in there, that's searchable, that's, that they can look through. So billing makes a ton of sense too. So I hope you're excited. I know I'm really, really excited. I think it'll be really fun. I hope you like the interface, because my idea was to make it as simple as possible, as easy. I mean, things like this. I mean, this is super easy. You can kind of see exactly what it's going to look like. Domain, just trying to make it as robust as possible while make it simpler. The idea is to scale. You want to scale, we want to scale, we all want to scale. And how do we do that? I think this is a great start. So, happy Monday. I hope you enjoyed. We'll talk soon.